I just thought we fell asleep a little bit. Unfortunately, we weren't mentally sharp, and I'm sure Turk reiterated some of the same things. But they're a pretty high-skilled team, and you give them time and space, and they took advantage. We just were completely off our game, so it's disappointing. After a really good first period and following that road trip, and the excitement of the trade deadline, but we got to keep moving forward and learn from the last two periods. Obviously, we're a lot better than that. We know that, and we've responded pretty well all year. So. Enjoy a day off, recover, get to practice, get to work, and get ready for a big weekend.
Coach said he didn't think it was anything about integrating new faces, but just how would you agree with that, or did you think there was a bit of an adjustment period with so many new guys in the lineup?
No, I thought those guys worked incredibly hard, hit the ground running. I think collectively we just got away from the things that we've done well the last couple of games. We had a good first period and just fell asleep at the wheel, which is unacceptable and frustrating considering how well the road trip went up to that point. So, I think there were a lot of times where we could have played simple, simplified the game, and we just completely got away from that. And like Strome said, they got a lot of speed, a lot of skill, and they took advantage of all our turnovers, and we certainly turned the puck over a lot.
Do you think there was a letdown of any sort after the big weekend and then the big day yesterday? Not just the weekend, but yesterday too. Bringing all these guys.
Yeah, there obviously was a letdown. I don't think that was planned. I think we had a great first. Everyone was in a good mindset. I think it was just mental errors, like just some stupid hockey by everyone, guys, especially guys that don't usually make those mistakes, myself included. Like all our lineup, top to bottom. Just mistakes that cost us, and weak hockey and soft hockey, and we know what it takes to be successful night in and night out. I think we've done a pretty good job of doing that, and it's unfortunate at the time that we, like I said, after a good first and whatever, but we'll learn, we'll move on. I think, like I said, get a good day of practice in and stuff like that, and get to work for a good weekend, and we know how to correct these mistakes, so that's a good thing.
Third game in 4 nights as well, so is that a physical thing too?
No, the majority of this game's mental. Everyone's playing a tough schedule. I think, like Ryan said, a lot of uncharacteristic things tonight from guys that don't normally do that. I certainly made some pretty boneheaded plays, especially on that one play. Probably gonna haunt me the next couple of days on the penalty killer. He gave me a nice pass and I didn't shoot it. And I always shoot that. Every practice, whenever he gives me that, no idea why I try to give it back to him. They come down and ends up in the back of our net. So that could be the difference between a 1-goal game and a 3-goal game. So they certainly jumped on. Like I said, they jumped on our turnovers, and we gave them a lot of them. So got to take the next couple of days to rest, recover, and step away and be mentally sharp here for the stretch run.
Guys, big picture tonight notwithstanding, what did you think is the thing as everything was unfolding yesterday? What was going through your minds as everything's unfolding, as Chris is adding these guys to your team that you know the value of an Andrew Kaufman, Tyler Mott, or Justin Braun too?
Yeah, I think this is what me and Kreider talked about before the game. Just I texted him yesterday too. Just great excitement. I think the last few years you've seen a lot of our good friends go to the deadline, and it was kind of more like, who's going to be here by the end of it versus who are we going to get. And I think that's a great feeling for a team. I think we've done a great job of working hard all year to put ourselves in that position, and we got rewarded with some great players. So now it's our job to, continue building with the guys we got. Obviously, they're great pieces and great players, and they're here for a reason. And I think they're going to fit in great to our system. I think, although the second and third wasn't a great showing, I think you can see what those guys can bring, and it's certainly exciting as players. There's not much more you can ask for than a GM adding at the deadline and showing some faith in your team. And it was certainly an exciting feeling, like I said, for my first time in New York, being in that position, and obviously Chris's first time in a handful of years.
Yeah, it's tough when you're in a position at the deadline and you know that you're going to lose guys. So it's encouraging and uplifting, and I thought it energized us in the first, and maybe the point where we got a little lackadaisical and thought the game was going to be easy and got away from the things that make us successful. But yeah, no, it was generally a pretty positive day, right? Like Ryan said, it's always better to add than be breaking it down, and it's always better to be in a playoff position. That's what we've worked all year for. So